whenever you are going for the interview, might be the interviewer asking few questions. You are in a position to answer few questions. You are not in a position to answer few questions. Okay, in this case, you can share your questions even offline also. Whoever planning to go for the interview, as I told, you can take God experience. Need not to take any certificates and all. Just mention in your resume. That's it. Okay, I'm so and so. So and so, different mobile number, different email ID. Don't give your personal mobile number and your personal email ID. Just a fake email ID. You can take fake number. You can take one number. Okay, you can try. Maybe 5+ experience guy. Just a resume, na? They won't ask any certificates and all. Once you are get the some confirmation from the company, like are you, if you are in a position to clear at least first round, okay, that's okay, you can parallelly go for the interviews. Okay, the course will going on, don't worry. After spring, you can keep in your mind 1 month, yeah. Okay, in 1 month I will try to close it out. uh, Maybe 1 week, maybe extra or something. But we are discussing in depth here. Okay, it will take maybe as expected, maybe increase your course duration. See, closing, it is not a big deal for me. Yes or no? See, we thought they can, in your course content, there is no Springboard JDBC, right? Even I took 4 classes. I given the detailed explanation along with the code, along with the notes, right? So in this case, maybe your course duration might be increased. Don't worry. So if not possible, go for the online. If possible, come to the offline. Okay, that is one thing. And I want to give that detailed explanation to everyone. That is what my intention here. Please try to understand, don't misunderstand my words and all. Okay, just for a encouraging point of view, and I want to give the good knowledge, good subject. So that's what I'm trying to do, this kind of pain. Even so, if you are not understanding, then I can't do anything. Okay, so yeah, the course duration might be increased based on our discussion. Okay, so officially they given 3 months. Okay, but it may increase 1 week or 10 days something. It doesn't matter here. Okay, right. Yes. That is what Satya. So I want to give the detailed explanation. So if maybe if you are in remote location, or maybe once you get the job, might be take online, right? There is a provision. Okay, once upon a time there is no such a provision. So you have to take the break. But nowadays, many possibilities are there to continue your course. That is what. Okay. Yeah. So take your time, sir, to cover all topics required for freshers. Yes, yeah. So even experienced people, yeah, not only for a fresher, even experienced take some 1 week extra or 10 days extra. It is loss for me and the institution also. You are safe. Okay. Even that pain we are ready to bear. Right? Maybe 1 week or 10 days or whatever it is. But now we are eligible to go for the interview as a fresher or experienced. If you have the interview schedules, don't miss. You can happily attend. Okay, maybe for interview experience, better to take fake email ID, fake number. That means fake in the sense different email ID, different mobile number. You can keep it your resume. I have the 5+ years of experience. Maybe if you require the project, your BTech project is there, na? Or you can collect from your friends or your brothers or whoever. right? You can collect, you can keep it. Maybe my suggestion, you can put 5+ experience in your resume, even though you are the fresher. Okay, to get the interview experience, that is what I'm trying to convey. Okay, so take 2 or 3 projects, maybe different company. No need go for the TCS, Infosys. Not only those, right? In the market, thousands of companies not commanding. Okay, whoever available in Hyderabad, better to come offline classes. Okay, don't look at charge. Huh? Fake ID cards. Oh, that is also మామూలుగా లేదు అయితే, right? So if you want to get something, you have to lose something. That is what my formula I am following. Okay, right? Yeah, jump to the subject. 12th na? Okay. 2026. Okay, I'm still remembering. I given the one homework, but how many of you did, I'm not sure. Even today also I'm going to give one homework. Next topic.
Oh, नहीं दाते
Collection.
बंडी दिक्कत है नहीं मंदिर
Spring Boot data JPA collection. Okay, using collection, it means. Okay, right. Right. So, have you heard about it that boys scored? Okay, I'm not going for the core Java collection. Yesterday I given some little bit. Okay, right. So here there is a boys coded. In shortcut, what you are going? Boys coded normalization, right? Normal form or something. Normal form. Yeah. So that is what simply shortcut, what you are calling BCNF. This is called what? Boys coded. It is like what? So here it is like how this going to relate with what? ORM. That is object relational mapping. What is the benefit of this one? Okay, there is a lot of things here. Okay, see, in simple, this boys coded, it can be useful for what? Redundancy of the code, and it can be giving what? What is that? The number one, it is used for what? It is used for redundancy and update, or redundancy. It is used for what? Redundancy of the what? Code. And it is like what? Maybe in the database side, if you have that what? The normalization, right? You are in a position to answer. You are in a position to answer it. Sorry, you are in a position to understanding. So that is what? Okay. So here, why it is coming here? Because in the ORM also we are going to use what? This boys coded normal form. Okay. So this ORM internally, ORM, no need to explain about that ORM, right? ORM, what? ORM internally implements what? Implements all rules of what? Boys coded. Normalization. Okay. So might be if you are understand like the first normal form, second normal form, third normal, right? In the database. So that is what here. So I am not going for depth in the database side. But in JDBC, we should implement them manually. Okay. If you require this normalization or voice coded normalization form, then in JDBC, we have to implement manually. But in ORM, internally implements what? All voice coded normalization. Yeah, right. Let me cover that point. In JDBC, we should we should implement manually what that voice coded normalization form. Clear? Okay. So as per the ORM concept, but ORM concept what? Internal implements what? All voice coded normalization, right? So but again, coming to the ORM concept, all primitive variables are what? Mapped with our database table. Yes or no? Right? We already covered this ORM. See, our class is going to mapping with what? Our database table. Our entity or our model class is going to mapping with what? Database table. Our our entity class variables is going to mapping with what? Database columns. Yes or no? Right? Every day we are developing that entity. And, the primary key also we are generating what? One ID annotation, right? And can using what? The column annotations also for to mapping with what? Our variables with what? Database column. Yes or no? That is called as what? Entity or what? Model class. Okay. So I hope that is called what? To or mapping. I hope you are getting right. That is object relational mapping. ORM stands for what? Object relational mapping. Okay. So it is internally supporting what? All voice coded normalization. That is all types of normalization supporting internally by in ORM. Okay. But in JDBC, we have to implement what? This kind of normalization form manually. I hope you got the clarity. Clear? Okay. So online, are you following? Okay. So coming to in ORM, what? In ORM, all primitive variables. I'm repeating once again that concept. In ORM, all primitive variables are mapped with what? Mapped with what? One table. Okay, mapped with what? One table. All primitive variables are mapped with what? Even including our class also, yeah. Including our class also, okay. Are mapped with what? One table. Mapped with what? One table. That is called as what? Parent table. Parent table. Now, whatever you are developed that table like what? Parent table. Okay. See, for example, for this concept, coming to the core Java. Public class, individual class. All are agreed. All are. ఇంకా అగ్రి చేయని వాళ్ళు ఎవరో చెప్పండి. సరే, ఆన్లైన్ తో ఇండివిజువల్ క్లాస్. Child class for what? Satish. Online. Yes, Hemant. Online. That is what here. Right. So it means what? This test class is nothing but what? looks like an individual class. Agree? Right? But this test class, is the child class. Either directly or indirectly. To whom? Object class. Yes or no? Object is what? Super class here. Even you are using framework or you can use some X, Y, Z, something, whatever it is. In course, you have any topic. But object is what? Boss. Agree? Right. Now you tell me test class is what? Child class. Directly child class to whom? Object class. Yes or no? But no need to write like a public class, object, something, something, something. Okay? Simply, yeah. Take our example. See, our villages or our districts, our states might be different. All are maybe staying in Hyderabad, let's assume. Right? If you are in Hyderabad or in America or in Ameripet or XYZ location, wherever, you are belongs to one parent. SR. అడుగుతూ ఉంటారు కదా, ఎవరైనా బంధువులు వచ్చారనుకోండి మన ఇళ్ళకి, అమ్మాయి ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళింది, అబ్బాయి ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాడు, కనపడట్లేదు, వాడు చదువు అయిపోయిందా, అమ్మాయి చదువు అయిపోయిందా, అది దాన్ని అడుగుతూ ఉంటారు. మా వాళ్ళ హైదరాబాద్ లో ఉంటారు. ఓ హైదరాబాద్, ఓ మై గాడ్. Okay, that people thinking here psychological, Hyderabad is maybe getting job. Now what they're doing? Yes, he's taking software training. What is that? Software training. They're pressing that word. Yes or no? Software training. Oh, software. Once they're thinking, immediately what? America. Yes or no? Immediately Australia. Something here. Once upon a time. But now Trump break all our dreams. Mostly visas are what? Rejecting. This happen nowadays. Why you are sitting here? Why you are living here without parents, without our brothers and sisters alone? Why you are staying here? You can go for India. They are also coming back. Okay. So why this example came? If you are in anywhere, but you or myself or all belongs to one parent or one family. Yes or no? Similarly, this test class, wherever you declared, it is directly child class to whom? Object class. Yes or no? No need to tell explicitly, oh, this class is object class. Object class you have to extend into the test class. No need. Right? That's what. So, coming to the our concept, so far you developed what? Some examples. And we created some tables dynamically, not manually. Initially we did. But now dynamically you are creating the tables. Yes or no? So whatever the table you created so far, it becomes as what? Parent. Getting? There is no super parent. No, there is nothing. Whatever the table as of now you created, that is the parent. There is no one more parent. It is also like for the test class, maybe individual class. If we create maybe some XYZ class, so I'm creating what? XYZ class. Try to understand the concept. Nothing is there. So here XYZ what? Extends test. Now XYZ physically having the parent. What is that parent? Test. Yes or no? But the XYZ having one more parent logically but not physically. Agree? Physically test is the parent to the XYZ. Logically one more parent is there. That is called what? Object for XYZ I am talking about. Clear? Okay. Coming to our concept, there is a parent. Whatever you created, that table is considered as a parent. There is no one more parent table. Whatever you created, that is fixed, that is final as a parent table. Now we are going to create the child tables also. That is what I am trying to convey. Okay, how we are going to create, we'll see later. Okay, coming to here, in ORM, all primitive variables are what? Mapped with one table. That is what? Parent table. Parent table. Okay. Parent table. Okay, let me continue this one. And and for every okay, right. So okay, right, I'm back. So every child table, coming to our point, in the collection, might be, if you know the relationship between our parent table and our child tables, like normalization here. Okay, might be you can recollect it. Okay, if you are not understanding, so the same concept you are going to implement in our coding level. Okay, nothing is there. Okay, I will explain one by one, don't worry. Okay, for every child table, for every child table, at minimum two columns, and at max what? Three columns are are given by ORM. See this collection concept, internal, that is voice coded normalization. It is already implemented in the ORM. Just you can give that mapping, you can give that link, then automatically it will be created. I will show the practically, don't worry about it. Okay, for every child table, next index column, next element column. Sir, what is this? I need in detail. Okay, right. Coming to key column. That key column is nothing but what? Foreign key column. Foreign key column. Foreign key column. What is this index column, sir? This index column is what? Position. Index is what? Position, na? Any arrays example here. Index 0, index array starting. Right? So that describing what? Position. And the element column is what? Element column is what? Data. Data of what? Collection. Okay. Let me move. Okay. Who is given that collection and all? You can think about it what? Okay, list, okay, set, okay, queue, maybe map, hash map, hash table. There is right lot of, right? Okay, so coming to here, see, that is let me cover this point. That is, it means I'm explaining going to these three columns. Okay, let me keep it here. That is what? That is, if we use list or map, okay, list or map, then what? Child table is created. Child table is what? Created with what? Three columns. When if we use what? Either list or what? Map, then the child table is created with what? Three columns. Yes or no? Three columns. And conditions are applied. If we use set అంటే ఇంకోటి ఏదో రాశారు. We are talking about what? Collection. Okay. If we use set, these points you should be remember. Okay, na? Should be remember. If we use set, then what? then child table is created with what? Two columns. Okay, right, simple here. Sorry. we need to add one annotation that is called what? Element collection. Element collection annotation at what? Collection variable. At what? Collection variable level in model class, but it is mandatory. What? It is mandatory. Okay, where you are going to use @element collection annotation? At collection variable level. Okay, in model class. Model class is what? Heart here. Heart of the application. Okay, even in web application level also you can call like a POSO class or bean class, whatever. So that is the bean class or model class or POSO class or entity class, whatever the class, it is the mediator between the request and the response. Getting? Okay, because there is a setters and getters in this class, right? If we want to set the data, that means from the UI, if you give the input, that input to data is going to set into what? The setter method. Yes or no? So once the set, you can able to get right anywhere. That's what you are using bean class anywhere. That's what you are using POSO class. That's why you are using entity class. Okay, in interview room, they will ask how you are using element collection annotation, where you are going to use, how you are going to use. Basically, what is the purpose of this element annotation? Listen, in the Spring Boot, mostly they are concentrating annotations in the interview room. There is nothing much theoretical here. So far you done many things. Have you discussed any collection like oops so and so, the modifiers so and so, exception handling so and so, collection framework so and so, multi-threading so? As you discuss like this, nothing. Everything what? Annotation based we are discussing. Based on that annotation, we are theoretically describing. Yes or no? And practically implementing. Like take element collection. What is the purpose of element collection? Let me tell. It creates child table with reference links. That is what? Reference link is what? Immediately should understand foreign key. Yes or no? Foreign key column. Foreign key column. Okay. Linked with what? Foreign key columns. Columns. Foreign key columns. Okay. Linked to the parent table. Parent table is what column? Guys, foreign key, primary key. Okay, right. We are discussing foreign key, that's what it came foreign. Okay, come to the again. What is the element collection annotation purpose? It creates what? Child table with a reference. That means that a reference is going to links with what? Foreign key columns linked to what? Parent table primary key. That is what? The element collection annotation purpose. Clear? Okay now. I hope you are getting. Given one line of statement, it is used for what? Redundancy of the code. Then here internally that ORM having that kind of implementation, but in JDBC not. We have to implement manually. In ORM, that is going to what? That primitive variables is going to mapping with what? One table. That parent table. For every collection table is what? Every collection variable and one child table is created with what? Foreign key column. So, for every child table, at minimum 2 columns, max what? 3 columns. In what case? 3 columns for what? If you are using either list or map, 3 columns. If you are using set, only 2 columns. So then here we need to add one annotation, that is element collection annotation at what? Collection variable levels in model class or entity class. But it is mandatory to giving link between parent to child tables. Okay, right. So what is this element collection? It is just what creates the child table, number one. Number two, it is going to link with what? Child with what? Parent. That is foreign key with what? Primary key. Clear? Okay, that is what? The element collection purpose. Might be in interior room they can expect. Because it is very mandatory annotation. That is what? Because the child table it is going to creating what? At the rate element collection. How the parent table is going to create? Parent table here. How you are going to create? Table annotation na? Yes or no? The table annotation you are going to create the parent table dynamically. And if we want to create the child table, what annotation is required? Element collection is required. Right? Okay. Thank you. Sums already. Okay. Right. I hope you got the clarity. Do you want to explain anymore? So, we discussed about what? At the rate element collection. So, you have to use this element collection annotation for the sake of what? To create the table. Okay, it can be. It creates what? A child table with reference links. It can be providing what? Okay. So it is giving the links. It is giving the links. Okay. For a child table, this element collection should be provided what? Over the collection variables. To provide the child table details and created what? For collection variables. And it is links what? Table name with what? Foreign key column. Foreign key column. So how we are going to use this collection table annotation? Simple. Let me see. For the child table, collection table here. Okay. This collection, element collection, I given wrong statement. Parent table creation, at the rate table annotation, child table creation, collection table annotation. And if you want to give the links, you can use element collection. I hope you got the. Okay, let me give note. For your understanding, note. For parent table annotation is what? At the rate table. Okay, I'm not writing complete. Just annotation I'm providing. With what? Parent and child table. Foreign key, primary key. Okay. I'm writing here for shortcut. Links between what? Primary key and what? Foreign key. So, if we want to join the columns, joins for what annotation? At the rate join column. Okay, this is what you have to use annotations. Okay, right. So here, if you want to use this collection table annotation, I am going to write this implementation. See, we are going to name equal to you are providing what? Our child table name. After that, I want to join what? Columns. Join columns equal to what? At the rate join column. Name, right? Cross joins, left outer join, right outer join, right? You need to join the columns, no? Yes or no? How you are getting the more than 2 tables data without joining, right? So if you want, you can write joins like that. You have that join column for this. Okay. I am going to develop one example for to better understanding where I am. So far, are you good? Online, are you good with that? Can you confirm? Are you there? Okay. Right. I am going to create what? One example for this. Okay. But keep in your mind these annotations purpose here. For parent table, shortcut I given. Table annotation, child table, collection table. Providing the links between parent and child tables, you can use the element collection annotation. For joins between the columns, okay, then you have to use at the rate join column. Okay, right. I'm going to develop one application. File arrow, new arrow, Spring Boot starter project. Spring Boot to Data JPA collection application. Okay, right. All are fine. There is a dependency Spring Data JPA Oracle database for under Lombok 2. These are fine for me. Yes. File yarrow, new yarrow, Spring Starter project yarrow. Here, not collection JPA. Okay. Collection application. Okay. Spring JPA collection project. Okay. Then what? Next. Dependencies I'm adding. Next. Then finish. That's okay. No problem. Coming to here. Okay. Right. So we can develop our configuration. What is that? Spring dot data source dot driver hyphen class name. What is that? Oracle simple. You can get it. Next what? Just copy paste URL. What? JDBC colon Oracle colon thin colon at the rate localhost colon 1521 colon XE, right? JDBC colon Oracle colon thin colon at the rate localhost colon 1521 colon XE. Spring dot data source dot username, my database username. Spring dot data source password, it's my password, my database password. Next, for Hibernate environment here. For Hibernate environment, what Spring dot, that is ORM based. Spring dot JPA dot what? JPA dot what? Show SQL. Okay, true. Sorry, true. Spring dot JPA dot Hibernate dot DDL dot auto. Just I'm going to use what kill dialect. That is what. Might be, I think we are not using this one regularly, I hope. That is the outdated one. There is a new creating metadata. Spring.jpa database hyphen platform. Correct? Huh? Spelling mistake? Huh? Oh, okay. Spring. Thank you. Spring.jpa platform. Okay. Okay. Any spell mistake anywhere? Data source. Okay. 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 Fine. If anything did mistake, it will scold automatically while running the application. Yes or no? We have to ready for that. I am going to create what? One model class for this. Okay. That model class employee. I am going to change my package like a model. Okay. Right. Then you can finish it. How we are going to implement that model class here? Tell me the annotations at the rate entity Number 2, at the rate table. We need to provide the table name. That is what? EMP underscore. No problem. You can ignore that error and all. Okay. Right. I am going to creating some variables. Private integer EMP ID, private string EMP name, private double EMP sal. Okay, these are what my variable. I want to make this EMP ID as what primary key. Then what column annotation? What annotation is required? At the rate auto wide. After listening entire Ramayana, come on here. Next, at the rate inside, I am taking what? That column name is what? E name. That length is equal to what? 15, you can take it. At the rate column, name is equal to what? ESAL. Length equal to what? 10 enough? Right. Okay, now the cinema start. Collection variables. Collection variables. Configuration. For your understanding, I am returning collection configuration. Guys, don't search for the Google here. Why you are going for Google? Try to understand. Please come to our concept. I need at the rate element collection one annotation, and I need one more to create the child table. What? Collection table. Na? Collection table. Okay. In that collection table, come on. In the collection table, I am going to give what? That table name. That is EMP underscore. What is the main table? EMP tab. Okay. Here, EMP project tab. Any name you can take it. No worries. Okay. Next, what? It can be comma. Name I provided. I want to use the join column. Join column equal to at the rate. What is that annotation? Join column name is equal to with what? What column you are going to join? What is that? EID. Primary key, right? I'm going to do this. ID. Next. Fine. Private set string what? EMP what? EMP projects. Okay. MP projects, you can use it. Next, I am going to use same. Why you are getting error? Name is equal to something, comma, join column or join columns. Join column annotation is there. Here, join columns, I think. Perfect. Join columns. Okay, I am going to use again this element collection. Okay, here, what I'm going to do, I'm taking EMP modules. Okay, EMP modules tab. It is going to join something. Join column at the rate EMP ID. That is okay. So I am taking one variable. That variable private list string EMP modules. EMP modules. Control Shift O. We are going to return. What list? Util list. Okay, then why you are getting incorrect number of arguments? This parameter. Oh, right. Okay. So this should be annotated with what? There is a some order column also we can use for order purpose. Order column name equal to something. E projects. Control Shift O. Again, I want to provide the column name for EMP modules. That is what module I am taking. For column, let me provide length. I forgetting. Length is equal to what? 10. Even everywhere where it is I created column. Okay. Am I used anywhere? Okay. This is for I'm going to create one column. That column name is equal to what? Some client. So that is name is equal to client index. Okay, then variable is what? Private. I'm going to map string comma string. This is what EMP clients. Control Shift O. Okay, mapping. Again, I'm going to using map related annotation at the rate map. Map key column, I think. Map key column. Control Shift O. Then what? You can provide name is equal to client name. Length is equal to 15. Okay. Let me check entity. Okay. Then element collection, EMP projects, join column something, and some project related set column. Okay. Element it is going for the modules. Hmm. Order column supporting length attribute. No, I think length. Okay, only column annotation supporting. Then EMP modules, EMP collection. Okay. Okay, 3 sets I used here. Okay, one for set here. Another one is what list and a map. See, while using list or map, how many columns is going to create? Yes or no? List or map, 3 columns. For set, only 2 columns. So, right. So that's all about it. Maybe if we get any error, we can look into it. No problem. Okay. Right. We can create one repository. What is that repository? Okay. There is normal or regularly using repository called what? JPA repository. JPA repository. Control Shift O. Then you can use what? I am taking employee class and what? That employee class variable data type integer. Control Shift O. Extends what? This one. Thank you. Okay. Interface to interface extends only. See, this is interface, this is also interface, extends. And class to class extends. Why? Interface is similar to class. That's why, but not exactly. That's why we are using interface to interface also extend. Why? Because interface also similar to class. Okay. That is what our repository. I am going to create runner class. Okay. Wait for some time here. Okay. Just I am taking test runner. Big applications. I am developing manually. I need your support or your cooperation. Test runner. Okay. Runner variable, that is fine. Okay. How to create the runner class? Can you tell me fast? First of all, you have to annotate it with what? Component annotation, for the sake of what? To create the object and implements what? Command line save repo dot save, that is I am taking our our entity class. You can insert what? Record, that is 101. What are those? Employee name, employee ID, employee name, Google CEO Sundar Pichai. Pichaya. Pichai. Sundar Pichai. Okay. Right. Salary. Okay. That's your wish. Okay. better to. Similarly, yeah, seriously, nowadays that tea buddy, that buddy shop, right? How much they are getting? In worst case, every day they are earning a what? 1,000 rupees. In worst case, software that much downfall. But as I said, every dog have a. You have to wait. That golden, right? See here, without software, entire the world it can be coming round up. There is no real estate. Believe me. Yes or no? There is no rates for what flats or flats, whatever it is. Almost all reduced that flats also. If you have, you can buy. No problem. Right. So in set, what you use here in the set? Project name, right? Okay. That project name just I'm taking what? Just like P. Or that project one, I can take it. Project two. Project list. List of what? I'm going to use what I use it for list. Where it is list? Where it is your list? Modules, huh? Okay. I am taking what? Module 1, module 2, module 3, right? That's enough. Next, control shift to O, list. I'm going map, I think clients, right? Yeah, in the map what clients? Okay, right. Oh, okay. Anyway, it will scold, no problem. Client 1, okay. You can take NIT, Naresh IT. Oh, you so fast here. Client 4. Okay. That's all about it. I hope map I added. Okay. Oh, new. Why it is missed? Control shift O. Yes or no? Save. Save map. Bracket, I think, right? You can close one more bracket. Okay. Okay. For this bracket, this one. Okay. Next. For this, and this. Okay. Right. Perfect. Now I am going to use what system.out.println, my application development is over. Okay, right. So mostly our application is done, properties file is over, and entity class is over. Okay. Next, our repository is clear. Our runner class is also clear. Now, how many tables you are going to create? Can you tell me? One is EMP table. The second one is this name. See, the collection table here. The collection table is going to creating what? Child table now. That is EMP projects tab. Child table 1. Collection tab, collection table, child table 2. That is one for project, one for what module. The other for what? Other one. Clients. That is totally out. Okay. Right. But all child tables are what? Joining with what? Employee ID. Right? Okay. Right. Let me go for executing my application here. Where is my main? Okay. Run as run application. Okay, all are inserted into EMP tab, EMP clients tab, EMP modules tab, and EMP projects tab. It means what data is what? Inserted or not? Okay, so my application, I application develop is over. What is this? I saw Pamu Kalwa Katta high lagundi kada. I didn't see, I didn't observe. Okay, I will see later. I application over. What is this here? Too much. Okay, one by one you can cross check. Okay, one is what? What is the parent table? DESC EMP underscore tab. EMP table created or not? Next table. One by one you can come. EMP underscore. That is DESC. Employee ID pros. That is what the column, right? Next, EMP, DESC, modules, EID, E-project, that is some modules, E-project, modules. Next what? EMP clients, DESC, EMP clients. EID, client name, client index, all are there, right? Clear? Tables are created. Okay. Now, you can cross check one by one the data. Select star from EMP underscore what tab. See, if you using double, that is the problem. Okay, you know the solution also, right? What is the solution? Big decimal, right? You can take it. The employee name is what? Done. Okay. Next what? What is the table? Project. Select star from. Select star from. What is the table? EMP Pro something. Project 1, Project 2, Project 3, Project 4. Right? Online. Are you with us? Okay, there is a project scheme. Okay. Next one. what are that modules? Okay, right. So that is select star from EMP modules tab. Right. Next one, clients. If you right click one select, it is copied, right? Okay. Select star from EMP. Okay, no worries. How many columns are there for EMP clients tab? Oi, how many columns here for EMP clients tab? 3. One is EID, that client name, client index. ఓకే ఇలా ఇక్కడ మారుద్దామా సెట్ పేజెస్ ఈక్వల్ టు 200. ఓ EMP clients, right? Jaita. No worries. Okay. Coming to here, yeah, what I'm trying to convey, come to here. See, here 3 columns are created for what? Map. 3 columns are created for list. 2 columns are created for set. Agree? Okay, let me show. This is employee table, that is okay. EMP pros, what you are used? Set. Set, right? Yeah, let me go. Here, EMP pros, what is that? This is what one set. Right? 2 columns. As we discussed, that set only to create what? 2 columns. In the theory also we covered where? Yeah. List what? That is, if we use the list or map, then the child table is created with what? If we use the set, then the child table is created is what? 2 columns. That to EMP project tab. This is what? Set. 2 columns. Length. Where? C index. I didn't use the column. That's why we are getting what the output, what? The last table, clumsy. Clear? Are you good with that? Okay. I repeat one. Do you require the explanation? Anyone? Are you clear? All. Okay. Online. Let me check with online. Online. Are you good with that? Set line size 300. Okay, no problem here. No problem. Made it. Zoom out. Sorry. Work. Aha. Zoom. Okay. 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 Client index map is NIT visible. Okay. Okay. Right. For your understanding. Okay. Let me do that. What is that? No, yeah. It is mentally fixed. You are not using the length property. That's what I can't show that one. Okay. Okay. No worries. Right. No worries here. So if you want, I can delete this table, each and every table. I will show the output. No worries. Okay. You want? No, no. I will add that length property here. You can try in your home. Okay, because it will take again removing those tables, running. It takes some time. Okay. No worries here. You can use what? Some 15. No worries. Right? You can run this application. It will be. Or else if you allow me 1 minute, then I will show that output. Okay. Allow me few seconds. Okay. Clear? Okay. Right. One by one. You can drop the table. Drop table. Table name. Do you have the idea? Where is that? Too bad. Okay. Table. Okay. You can drop the table. Again. What is the table name? Go for the EMP module. Again. Drop. What is the table? One more. Okay. Okay, drop what? One more table. That tables. Okay. Otherwise, it won't be. Okay. I don't want to go for like a description and all. Okay, I will directly execute my application. Okay. Run as Spring Boot application. It will come. Don't worry. I saw Pamu Kalwa Kata high. I didn't change. I have to change that SOP statement. Okay. My application is over. Come to one by one. What is our table name? Runner. Sorry. Model class. Where it is? EMP tab. No. Already there. Yeah. Why it is? Select star from EMP tab. Okay. Select star from pros. Select star from EMP modules. Select star from clients tab. All settled down. See, why I'm trying to again delete it and run, I have to give the clarity. If you use the list or map, it is going to create what? 3 columns. Yes or no? If you use the set, it is going to create what? 2 columns. Clear? 3 columns. 3 columns. It means highlighted list. The last one map. The first one set. Clear? Okay. Right. Almost all online. Can you explain that C index and C name? That is client index here. I given shortcut C index, C name. The client index, client name. Yeah. See in the table I given that values, right? C1, C name, index and EIDs. Okay, right. Too much time. Okay. I hope you got the clarity. Any doubt in this example? Okay, element collection, just link, collection table, just creating the child table, right? And join column, it is going to join with what? This current table with parent class table ID. Getting my point? So if you are understood about this, the remaining all are same. Table names are, field names are change. That's it. Clear? Okay. Application or properties, no need to explain again. You know everything. Repository, no need to explain. You know everything. Runner class, I use it for what set, list and map. Okay. So this is for what my first table, that is employee table. This is for what child tables data. Okay. Right. Next what? My application. My application development is over. Okay, right. Now main application, nothing to explain anything. Clear, all of you? Okay, we'll see you later tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow, not later, right? I will share this example, we can practice. Okay, thank you. Online, do you have any queries here? If you don't have, you can drop off. Thank you one and all. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. లాంబర్కిష్ మనోడు చేశాడు. అది మీరు హెల్ప్ లోకి వెళ్ళి ఇక్కడ హెల్ప్ లోకి వెళ్ళి ఇన్స్టాల్ సాఫ్ట్ మార్కెట్ ప్లేస్ లోన ఇన్స్టాల్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ దీని లాంబర్గ్ డాట్ ఏపీఐ అంటే హెచ్టిటిపిఎస్ వద్దా? ప్రాజెక్ట్ డాట్ లాంబార్క్. యుఆర్ఎల్ ఇదే కదా, ప్రాజెక్ట్ లాంబార్క్ ఐ థింక్ సో. ఓకే, యూ కెన్ నేమ్ అడుగుతుంది కదా ఇది. సరే, నీ తీసే. మెయిన్ వైల్ నేను నోట్స్ ఇదంతా పెడతాను. ఏంటి పేరేంటి? మరి డబ్బులేని ఏమంటావు అని అడగాల్సింది. వాళ్ళు డబ్బులకే పెడతారు అవన్నీ. వీళ్ళు డబ్బులకే పెడతారు అది. సో అలాంటివన్నీ మోసపోవద్దు. క్లయింట్ మాడ్యూల్స్ ఒకసారి చూపించు. అనవసరంగా ఇన్స్టాల్ న్యూ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ https://project lombok.org lombok.org/p2. Okay. Add Lombok. నాకు కూడా వస్తుంది లాంబాక్ ఇష్యూ. అది మాన్యువల్ గా రిజాల్వ్ చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది.